innovations. Just going a step forward. What has Ricard done? Well, I think that the first thing he did, to look out of the window, of his own window, to look and listen to his customers, to combine things that already exist in order to create a new product or service, to combine things that already exist in order to create something new. And what's that? Well, he's offering many years ago, or some years ago, more than many, some, the experience of working while traveling by taxi, offering facilities like Wi-Fi, printer, energy for the batteries, and if you forget or you don't feel like working, no problem, he offers you an iPad just to be connected to the world, just in the traveling, just going to the airport. That's innovation, yes. What's the reason? Because all the other taxis, they still are in the 1.0 model. They're doing all the same thing. Excellent, but the same thing. That's a way to innovate. Trying to come some other things, to combine things in order to create a new service. Now we are going to see a small video about the fish philosophy. But just a few words. Well, first of all, I like to say that this very famous fish market already exists in Seattle, in USA. Probably most of you know and you've read even the book. And it was the base of bestseller book titled Fished, that advocates for new ways of relationship, motivation, and a new kind of innovation in the relationship with the customer. Furthermore, we could add that it was the precursor in the movement for getting experiences, building new marketing rules. Just selling fish, attention, not technology, not an iPhone, an iPad, no, selling fish. Huh? Selling fish. Bestseller. It means they must do something different, for sure. Let's see the video, just a couple of minutes.
That we could make a difference for people. Like when they come by, they leave in a better mood, and a lot of people have told us that we made their day.
Nice!
A customer came up to me and said it was the best fish they'd ever had. Something happened to me, and I realized I was making people happy. Give me a big hug. This gave me a plus in my life, and I love serving the people now. Cheers, tight. Thanks, made you look.
The fish philosophy is about engaging people and creating positive change in their workplaces and home lives.
Too much coffee! Too much coffee! You know, are you being, this is a lousy stinking job, or are we being, well, we're just selling fish, or are you being, you know, world famous? You know, you're going to do something differently when you're being world famous than you are if you're being impatient.
The fish philosophy embodies an entire way of life. It's been translated into 14 languages, and it's created positive change in thousands of small businesses, classrooms, Fortune 500 companies, and homes around the world.
You don't have to throw fish. You just have to have the energy. You have to have the commitment. You have to have fun. You have to have fun at work.
Like most people who visit the Pike Place Fish Market for the first time, I was drawn in by the excitement, the fun, the creativity, the playfulness of the fishmongers. But the longer I spent at the market, the more I saw the playfulness didn't just come from their actions, say like throwing the fish, it came from the spirit of the people working there.
knows that this is the place to come to where they can turn that feeling around.
Sure, I could stay home and eat bonbons, but I'd be by myself. And I'm going to go to work and be with people who I like being with.
It's about communication. It's about being there.
Conversation is essential. I think that's how we make sense of our world.
Well, the message of this video emphasizes the two key points: to boost the energy, to step forward, and it's done without tension, without technology, without money, just with the will and plenty of positive attitude and alignment, sharing a new culture with a win-win philosophy. They got the leadership in the market, obviously. But the product was the same as the competitors. The price more or less. The place was not the best. But they wanted to offer a micro experience. They wanted to differentiate to the real customer or the potential one, and they did it with new values: teamworking, alignment, recognition, autonomy. That's a micro, simple example that in order to innovate is not necessary neither money, neither nothing else. The will, and to listen to the served customer. The will and listen to the served customer. Obviously, the served customer, they judge us always. And the key word is value for price. Now we are in crisis. That's why we have problems about prices. But what about the value? We have to consider the item. If, in order to understand the concept, it's useful to represent the idea as a result of a virtual division. Because it's what we usually do when we judge something comparing with what I pay and what I receive. If the customer decides in this way, it means that for us it's strategic to burst into the mind of the customer to emphasize and give more weight to our key strategic values. It's not easy because we have to understand the value as individual, collective, segment, or as a whole. And obviously we need to interact and study in which way a new model of relationship within the stakeholders of the business model could give an added value. Fish market, to live a micro experience. Starbucks, probably everybody knows the Starbucks. Coffee shop. It's much more than coffee. Attention, a coffee shop, it's much more than coffee. What's their goal? They want to be the third place. The goal is not to sell coffee. They want to be the third place. And you know that the third place is home, office, and Starbucks. And the third place means the served customer, not coffee. Coffee is the product. It's only the product. That's why value per price is so important. And furthermore, attention, they are very expensive. They are paying. What's the matter? The value is bigger than the price. That's our goal. The value is bigger than the price. That's why we have to innovate in this item. Value for price. I know we are short on time. I'll go. Here we have another small video. Sorry? See. Let's go. Couple of minutes.
Introducing the killer app for your appetite, brought to you by Pizza Hut. We've taken the coolest iPhone functionality and used it to make ordering pizza, pasta, and wings easy, fast, and fun. You can drag it, tap it, pinch it, stretch it, tilt it, shake it, play it, order it, and enjoy it. The Pizza Hut app is a revolution in mobile ordering. Now let's take a look at how you order pizza with the Pizza Hut app. Are you ready? Let's go. First, scroll through the crust options and tap to choose your favorite. Hand-tossed. Next, pick a size. You can pinch it to make it smaller. or stretch it to make it bigger. Now you're ready for toppings. Just scroll through and drag them to your pizza. How about pepperoni? And mushrooms. Only want pepperoni on half? Just tap it and tilt it. Your pizza is ready to go. Hey, are you hungry for some wings? Wing Street is just around the corner. First, tap to choose a wing style. Traditional, crispy bone-in, or bone-out. Let's try traditional. Now scroll through the sauces and choose your favorite. Decisions. There we go. Now it's time to shake things up. Literally, shake your phone to sauce your wings. There you go, looking good. Want more wings? No problem. Just tap the quantity you want, and you're ready to place your order. Want to have some fun while your order is being delivered? Play the Hut Racer game. Your mission? Avoid the obstacles in the road and navigate the course to get the best time. Tilt and turn your iPhone to speed up, slow down, and maneuver your Hut Racer. And that's just a little taste of what the Pizza Hut app has to offer. You can also order your favorite Tuscany pastas and zoom in on your virtual fridge to find the hottest Pizza Hut deals. Experience the revolution. Go to the App Store and download the Pizza Hut app today.
They are selling Experience the Revolution. Why do you have to buy to me? Experience the revolution. That's sustainable for months, depending on the competitors, obviously. It's obvious that it's not sustainable, but it helps us to add something to our leadership, or our goal, or our vision. That's the item. Things are not sustainable, depending on the barriers, obviously. Well, we have seen two videos. Both videos I think are useful and complementary, because the first one, the fish one, shows us in a marvelous way the role of the attitude and the new values focus on the customer's experience. You don't need technology, only the will. Only the will to break your own framework. And the second one highlights, obviously, the attitude for taking opportunities, using and combining technologies, offering a new experience to the customer. Why not? To combine with the tools you have, or your talent, or the technology. We are finishing. Well, that's true. At the end, if we want to get different results, let's do different things, for sure. To get this message across, just going back to the beginning, you should give your own answer to this fact. Everybody will probably agree with the idea that the world is changing very fast. And as I said before, it seems that when we had been able to learn the answer, someone has changed the questions. From the management point of view, you may answer these questions. What have I changed in the relationship with our staff? What have I done to attain our staff's passion? What have I changed in our business model? Are we sure that we are active listeners? Because everybody knows we have to do it, but we don't do it. Which kind of personal paradigm have I changed recently? Not the others, me. Not the others, me. If your answer is mostly negative, I suggest that you may need to rethink your alignment with the new values. Well, and finally, there are 10 points. I'll go a little bit fast. We can say this is the sum up of what I've said. Attitude. Without attitude, there's no future. there's no innovation, there's no future. Think big. I think it's important. Though maybe our vision is to be small, we have to think big, to create something thinking big. Because if you think small, you will get mediocrity. You won't have any chance to be different and to get the real aim of any company, to surpass the customer's expectations. The rubber. As I said before, it's much more difficult to erase your preconceived ideas than to embrace the new ones. It's only up to you. Questioning the assumed facts. The only way to step forward is by questioning your models, your success, your habits, your history. Finally, you will have to break through your personal framework. Don't reinvent the wheel. Do the things simple. Remember the Keys effect. Keep it simple, stupid. Do the things for the stupid. That's a value. That's a great value nowadays. Look at the world. Please don't only follow the reference of your sector, because that will only lead you to the red ocean. Please look for opportunities as well in the no customers. Those who think they will never use or buy your product, service, or solution. Follow your roadmap. You have to have your roadmap. Leadership focus on the other. First of all, it's convenient to remember that the only way to lead is leading by the example. Leading by the example. And this point suggests going back to the basics. As I said before, even though nothing changes, if you change, everything changes. Someone has to start, and this is you. The second step is to empathize with the other, the staff, the customer. Radical customer orientation, for sure. If you lead as explained, if you empathize with the other, you will put in practice a radical change. Intensive technology use of the service of strategy. It's convenient to remember that the ICT itself is not our aim. They are just tools that help us to surpass the customer expectation. I mean, we are doing things in order to surpass this expectation. Well, and to conclude, we still have great advantages over the rest of the world because of the history, culture, knowledge, infrastructure, experience, and probably I could add some other items, or you suggest me many other reasons. But if we want to make them sustainable, we need positive attitude, innovative leadership, change our personal paradigms, be open for new alliances in order to go faster and farther, and many other things I've explained. But the most powerful is what I call the others, because our aim must be to offer a continuous differentiated experience to the customer. And this can only be provided by our partners, let's say our staff. It's not a question of money, it's a question of attitude. Thank you very much.
So now we are going to start with the Q&A section. So if you have any question, please raise your hand and we will bring you the microphone.
I would say only one thing, is that tomorrow you can download this presentation in my web, obviously, in the 2.0 model, for sure.
Good afternoon. My name is Margaret Eriksson. I'm from Sweden. I'm curious to know that you're saying that the textile industry has been in crisis forever, and still we see these wonders of Zara moving around the world. So, well, could you talk a little bit more about this contradiction, which to me doesn't make sense?
What's the contradiction?
The contradiction between you're telling that the internal view of the textile industry is that you are in crisis.
Yes. Yes. Okay, thank you. I'm expert in this item. It's a contradiction. No, see. It's a contradiction because it means that some companies use a specific new model, a new business model, and the other one, they are following the traditional business model. That's why it's a contradiction. The reality of the companies that are in the sector are declining and going into bankruptcy, while the new ones with the new business model, they are growing. And the contradiction is why the companies that are following the old one are not able to change to the new one. Because it's difficult to change here. Though you see, you are not able to change because you feel uncomfortable, you maybe they think they are not prepared, they prefer doing what they've been doing for a long time. That's the problem. But I explained to you about the taxi driver. It's a very small example. Do you believe that the other taxi drivers have changed and put Wi-Fi? No. No. They're still doing the same. With the same material, the same acts, the same things. That's the reality. We live in a comfortable zone. We don't want to change. We say that yes, we do, but we don't. I prefer to sit down here, very comfortable. Maybe I had success in the past, and you may think, why not in the future? Doing the same things I've done until now. It's always here. It's the most powerful computer. In the positive sense, and the negative one as well.
Joan Jubert, audience. I don't have a question. I have a thank you. I am really grateful to see that we share the same values. We even share some of the same ideas and references, like the fish.
Okay.
And also active listening.
Okay.
Those of you here know me. There will be a training tomorrow, actually, about active listening, and you're all welcome. But I want to give you this. It's my latest book, and it's a token of my appreciation of your great story.
Okay, fantastic.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I'll tell you something. Thank you very much. Okay, thank you very much.
So thank you all for your attention. Special thanks to Joan Jubert for coming with us today. And please join me in giving him a very big applause.
Well, thank you very much. Read it and tell you something.
This morning the bag was under here. Do you know where it would be left? Because remember you hurried us out. It was left underneath.
So I didn't see anything even this morning. I don't know.